Sight is the most important sense for human beings. RECORNEA is a medical device company specifically focusing on therapeutic solutions to treat eye diseases. We are based in Italy and currently fundraising for 1.5 million euros. I'm Emiliano Lepore, co-founder and CEO. Today, I would like to talk to you about a progressive eye disease called Keratoconus. And this is an example of how these patients see this slide right now. The mechanism behind the disease is a double mechanism of weakening of the collagen fibers and thinning of the cornea itself, which is leading to a protrusion in the center part of the eye and leading to a very poor quality of vision. Patients with keratoconus, being a progressive disease, are split in 4 stages. Stage from 2 to 4 are the ones that are a target for us. In terms of prevalence, we have 175 million eyes currently affected by keratoconus, with a prevalence that is 10 times higher in Asia, India, Middle East countries compared to Europe and US. On an annual basis, in terms of incidence, we have 1.8 million new eyes to be treated at the worldwide level. What is currently available for these patients are 2 different surgical techniques, cross-linking and intracorneal ring segments. The first is a UV treatment, effective in limiting the progression of the disease, but has no effects at all in terms of remodeling corneas back to physiological shape, which was supposed to be the goal of intracorneal ring segments, which were initially developed for patients with myopia, adapted to patients with keratoconus, but basically they are non-effective in 50% of the cases due to the unpredictability of the visual outcomes. The ultimate stage of patients with keratoconus, if are not treated properly, is that they are going to be blind, so then they need a corneal transplant, which is a procedure emotionally, psychologically intense, long waiting lists, and in any case, there are risks and high risks and costs associated with this procedure. So at RECORNEA, we want patients with keratoconus to recover vision completely and see the world nicely again. We have developed the GROSSO implant, which is the first ever nitinol corneal implant for the treatment of keratoconus. So to bring, for the first time, predictable, precise, and complete remodeling of corneas in patients with keratoconus. We have a minimally invasive device combined with a minimally invasive surgery, which is very straightforward and is basically using the main characteristic of nitinol, so the shape memory, to really be quick, fast, and straightforward for any kind of surgeon around the world. The GROSSO implant is designed and to target mid and late stage keratoconus patients, so to improve vision by remodeling the shape of the cornea. This can be used in combination with cross-linking, which is affecting limited progression, and these 2 treatments can work together. On the other side, the GROSSO implant is designed to completely replace the intracorneal ring segments for, as I said, complete and precise remodeling of the entire cornea. We initially were targeting patients stage 3 and 4, which are the most advanced stages of keratoconus and where there is a lack of current solutions. We are then also including patient stage 2, so counting for 80% of the total market. In terms of reimbursement strategy, we are in line with the current devices available on the market, but we can reasonably be more aggressive in terms of price strategy, with a final selling price 1,000 to 1,500 euros per device, depending on the geography. But anyway, just considering Europe and US, we have a serviceable market of 500 million euros. But still, the big business opportunity for us is in the Asian countries and Middle East. On the upstream, we have secured the contract manufacturers to cover all the value chain. And on the downstream, we have secured LOIs with ophthalmic companies and distributors of ophthalmic products, so to bring the device on the market, as I said, for a final selling price of 1,000 to 1,500 euros. In addition to what I just said, we are at the last mile of the preclinical phase, so the biocompatibility studies are running, including animal studies on rabbits, and so far so good. We received also the cytotoxicity already, which was passed. We got at the beginning of this year the certification as a company, as a legal manufacturer with the ISO 13485. In addition to myself, by the way, this is my third startup. I did 2 exits with previous medical devices, not in ophthalmology, based on a pure IP business model. And I have business experience in Europe, Japan, and Singapore. Moses has more than 13 years of experience. He's leading all the science behind the device and the development. Letizia, she's an ophthalmologist. She recently joined the team as an investor and part of our board of directors. Jennifer, Thomas, and Graziana are complementing the team on regulatory, manufacturing, and product testing. On the bottom of the slide, you see the investors already on board. We are also building an advisory board on the business side with Paula Sivaram in India and Aldo. They have large experience in the Medtech space, in large corporations, as well as startups. On the clinical side, we have Professor Gell here in Barcelona, the Institute of Ocular Microsurgery. He is going to be the lead investigator in the first in human, which is going to happen next year. Dr. Grosso is co-inventor and advisor in RECORNEA, as well as one of the co-founders. Through them, we are building a network of key opinion leaders in the key geographical areas of interest for us, from US, Europe, of course, but as I mentioned at the beginning, Asian countries, India in particular, is where we intend to investigate definitely our clinical benefits on local population. Till now, we have we got significant support from the European Commission through non-dilutive fundings, as well as with a pre-seed from Entrepreneur First, UK and Singapore, G-Factor from Italy, and Hellboy Cutters from US. Our open round is for 1.5 million euros. Half of it is already secured, and this round will bring us up to the end of the preclinical, but most importantly, up to the end of the first in human, which is going to happen next year. After this round, the Series A will be 7 to 10 million to bring us up to the CE FDA certifications. Being a medtech startup, as you know, this is our roadmap targeting the CE and the FDA marks in 2028. Just a quick overview of what we have in our pipeline. We talk primarily on the GROSSO implant for keratoconus. We have a second product under development, which is targeting eye tumors with a new chemotherapy treatment, photoactivated with based on ruthenium. The core technology behind the GROSSO implant can also serve other markets and address other diseases. In ophthalmology, the idea that we have is that the core technology, so being able to use a minimal invasive device made out of a shape memory material, can be used as a platform to be integrated with cells, stem cells, iPS cells, also for other treatments. These are some of our awards, and I just want to mention we're quite honored to be in the 3 finalists at ESRS just last week in Vienna, in Austria. Thank you, and join us in our journey in preventing corneal blindness through innovation. Thank you.